Hello and welcome to episode number 16 of the CrossFit Harrod podcast. We are excited to be back in the gym. We are running our classes relatively normal timetable. We've got all our social distancing measures and safety measures in place. It's been an exciting environment to be in. It's been good to see everyone's faces again. And also this podcast is now on Spotify. So for those of you that are listeners, please share and get this podcast out to as many people as you can. We don't do this for any amount of money. This is all free in terms of we're not doing it for the money. We want to inspire and motivate and get into as many people in a positive way as possible. So please share this story or share all the previous podcasts and get out and reach as many people as possible. Today, I actually wanted to talk about a particular thing. It's a pill, let's say, that everyone wants, and that's the truth. But at the same time, it's the same pill that not everyone can swallow. I think this would be a good time to talk about this because for a lot of us, it's a clean slate. We're starting, the new normal. So if you're not where you want to be, if you're not where you want to be right now, you need to ask yourself why. Ask yourself or ask someone at work, for feedback on how you're doing in your role. Ask your coach why you're not where you are in terms of your fitness or your health. Ask your bank manager why you're not you don't have the savings or investments you thought you would have. Champagne lifestyle, lemonade money. Strip everything back. Why are you not exactly where you want to be? And it's okay not to be where you are as long as you have identified why you're not there and then what you're going to do about it. Or are you that type of person who likes to talk about getting fit, but you can't say no to beers on a Tuesday night? And then you blame someone or something else for why you're not aesthetically where you want to be. Your actions will tell the real story. Wake up and smell the coffee. Now, I kind of like to think that obviously I can be wrong. It could be wrong here. This is very much opinionated. We are programmed that everything has to start on a Monday. We're programmed that if we don't get day one right, we can't get day two right. We're programmed to not do anything about our health and fitness for years, but then get in shape in a day. Like that's how we work. Everyone wants to be fit, but reality is no one's not the right terminology. Not everyone wants to do the work. So whose fault is it when you're staring in the mirror looking for answers as to why you're not there? And it doesn't have to be fitness related. Remember, these podcasts are done. You can take these in terms of your personal life, your friendships, your careers, whatever you want. But relate all this to whatever part of your life you're at. You've got here you've got coaches around you. You've got friends. You've got colleagues and people around you that do care. And you will be told the truth by the closest person to you or the closest people. And those who really want to see you win, but you will only listen to what you want to hear. And unfortunately, sometimes the truth is hard, and sometimes the truth comes from actually not listening and then learning, doing wrong again. And that's actually the time that you do listen, when you get it wrong, you make a mistake, you fail, and then you come out stronger. Identifying where you are and where you want to be is a great start. Now, the hard part is the part in the middle, the route that you take to get there. And no matter what it is, whether it be 5% reduction in your body fat, saving your first 1,000 towards your house or new car, doing your first RX workout, it's hard. But it is going to be tough. Nothing is ever handed to anyone. You can talk about luck all you want. Luck maybe does exist, but does luck exist because of the patterns and things that you've done in the past? I believe in good karma and things like that. So that's my personal opinion. Maybe luck does exist, maybe it doesn't, but can you sit there and say that you've not been striving towards what it is that you want to achieve? Life wouldn't be worth living if everything was easy. Now, the hardest part to understand for me is that there really actually is no end point. So you can have an end point in terms of you can have your start and your destination, but the end goal just gets bigger, it gets broader. You refine movements, you make better decisions, you learn, you do it bigger and you do it better, and then you want more. And you learn in that time, so you breathe, you become more successful, whatever the goal is that you want to achieve. But know the truth, it's fucking hard. It's not easy, It really isn't. And if anything is ever handed to you, it's not going to last long. I promise you that. Everything, or not everything, everyone thinks that what they're doing is good. Lorenzo, I'm training 3-4 times a week, I'm not seeing any physiological changes. But maybe, this is a hard pill to swallow, but maybe it's not good enough. Maybe there's so much more to your health than exercise. Have you thought of the other components, with your eating, with your sleeping, with your stress? All those things will contribute to your destination, but you've put so much energy into one lane that you've missed out 3 other important factors. So it's a hard pill to swallow, but maybe it's not good enough. And sometimes the hardest thing to hear with all that effort that you've put in is actually, doesn't do it. It's not enough. You need to be all in on you. And I'm talking all in. If you can't take full ownership of everything, that's where you lose a little bit of control. If you can take full ownership of everything becomes easier. And do you know why? Because you are in control. You can control the controllables. And that will lead you to a better chance of success of whatever your goal is, financial, personal, health, whatever it might be. Learn to fall, learn to lose, learn, to not to win first time. No one gets it right first time. That's where you learn the most, whether that be fitness, personal life, your career, whatever, because in the long run, you will win. There's actually a saying, good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. And I think that's actually quite a good saying, that you just don't stop until till you're perfect. Your good is better and your better is best. Those that don't quit in their tasks or their goals or their journey, they'll learn, you will learn from the truth that's told to you by others. You'll learn that, you'll breathe it, it will become part of who you are, and you'll crave that you feel like you want to lose, because that's where you learn more, you evolve, you just become better at everything. Think about people who are in your position that you want to be in. Again, whether it be fitness, in your personal life or your career, they haven't done it in a week, they haven't done it in a month, and they've had some hard truths, some hard losses along the way. No one has done it without working hard, and that's the absolute truth. It does not exist. Hard work pays off, and hard work does not come easy. Ask yourself the question, are you really working that hard towards your goal? I don't want to take a lot away from you. Probably not. And the whole episode is about hearing the truth. And we don't want to, pussyfoot around everyone and say, yeah, what you're doing is great, but you can, you're on the right track. Sometimes, you have to step up. And the hardest, as I said, the hardest pill to swallow is the truth, that maybe what you're doing is not good enough. And it's hard. It's very hard to hear. Understand that I empathize with you. It is very, very hard to hear. I've been told that. The only thing that you can have control over in that sense is your work ethic. Get rid of these excuses. I can't get in shape because of X. I can't eat well on the weekend because of, Y. Stop. Shut up. It's embarrassing. There are people around you who have less than you, who have been given less opportunities than you, who maybe don't have the same, financial position, who don't have the same luxuries as you, but they're putting your effort to shame. The truth is that maybe you do need to step up your game, grab life by the balls and control it. Whatever your goal is, whether it be big or small, whatever you have to do, you have to breathe it 24/7. I know this is quite a strong and powerful podcast in what I'm saying, but sometimes there's probably people out here listening that actually need this right now, that now's your time, step it up. I've got massive goals. My goals for this company are huge, and I've been working on them for the last 10 years, even before this company existed. The things I'd done before were to lead me towards this and to lead us towards this, as well as a business and me personally. 6 years ago, I opened a personal training studio, and that was the biggest step at the time of working towards my goal. Within the year, the goal got bigger and CrossFit Harrow was born. But don't think for a second, the early mornings, getting up at 5, finishing at 10:30, getting back up at 5, not having a lot of money, those were all a contribution towards this dream that I had many, many, many years ago. And then within the last 5 years, the gym has had 3 different sites. Everyone's increasing size, we're adding more staff, improving our core offerings, improving our services. I personally haven't had the best education in the world. I got one, but I definitely wasn't top of my class. And those of you who read my newsletters can see that surprisingly, English was one of the subjects I did pass. And I'm open to that, but I will never stop developing and let my work ethic drop. No one, personally, no one will ever beat me on that. I will work hard to make sure that this dream that I had years and years ago, that I'm able to do that and provide opportunities for so many people out there, whether you're someone who works here, whether you're someone that we're helping you along your fitness journey. These are all opportunities that we as a company wish to provide for you to succeed in your dream. And everyone's going to have their own different version of what that dream might be. I know, I am where I want to be to a certain extent, but I know that I'm not at the same time. Have I identified that? Yes. Is that the truth? Yes. Do I know there's more hard work, more late nights, more early mornings? Yes, absolutely. But I love that. That's what, we speak about success breeds motivation. That's what motivates me. I like that hustle. I like that challenge. And a lot of you listen to this, a lot of your goals may be related to fitness. And that's fine, but you have to understand that it is hard along the way. It is not easy. Even after all the effort I've put in, as I said, the early mornings, late nights, etc., I know the truth. I have to keep pushing. And absolutely, yes, it's hard. You either sink or swim. And for those of you that know me personally, I am not a sinker. And I want to install this into you guys. Whatever your goal might be, you have to know that it's not just attending a couple of sessions a week. It's not just going out for your walk. It's the whole package. That's the mentality you need to have with your goals. It's just don't let anyone outwork you. So if you've got a goal within the gym, and you absolutely want to make sure you get there, we do have those systems in place for you to do that. If you don't know how, you don't know, or you haven't got round to it, now is your time. Come and speak to us. We believe in you, and it's time that you believed in yourself. Actions speak louder than words. Start taking that step. Start acting on what you want to achieve. Now, here's the trick of perspective. When your day is making you crazy, think about your week. When your week is bad, think about your month. Now, when you've had a bad month or it's overwhelming, think about the last year. And when you feel the year is not as good, think about where you were 10 years ago and where you are now. And if that doesn't work, think about how life was 50 or 100 years ago. And think about how great your life is in this time of innovation and technology. We've got all the answers, granted. Some I'm not too sure on with the stuff, especially in the whole fitness industry with what was posted and what's been exploited on social media over quarantine. I don't agree with a lot of stuff on there. But you get the message. When you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, you can see the upward trends. There's always dips and there's lows in the short that can make you crazy if that's all you're looking at. So look at long term. Are you stepping towards your long-term goal? Or are you going the other way? Are you so far from it now that you're losing track? It is hard. We are here to help you. Step up your game. Today is your opportunity. Clean slate. Move yourself forward. Write it down. Write it down what you want to do from 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Whatever it is that you want to do, write it down. Map out exactly how it is that you want to get there. If you need help, you know exactly where we are. We are open all the time. We are here, open door policy. Come in and see us. We are more than happy to help. I hope that this podcast has given you a little bit of fire in your belly to get up and go and do the things that that you want to do. I love adversity in that respect. I love when things are challenging because it makes you breathe, it makes you succeed, it makes you want to do good. And that's my personality. And maybe it's not everyone's, but in terms of you achieving your goal, whatever it is that you want to do, have that fire in your belly. Get after it.